Today we're out at the farm and we're going to compare Ruger's first foray into single action 22s and some of their most recent single action 22s. Stick around. Okay, so the two revolvers I have for you today, and I'm just going to show really quick, these have been safety checked. Both of them. So just know that we have no live ammunition in either one of these handguns inside of our camp house, okay? So what I've got today is a Ruger single six. The serial number on this one puts it at around 1959. And I've got a Ruger Wrangler that was made in 2024. For all intents and purposes, these handguns fit a very similar role. But we have one that has a very different action than the other. Not to mention a very higher price if you were to buy a new one today. So this Ruger single six belonged to my wife's grandfather, and now her father owns it. It's been cleaned up a little bit, and it's got a brand new to it, rear sight that's been dovetailed into it. For, who knows how many decades, the rear sight had been removed from this and never got replaced. So I was able to find one on eBay and get it put into this handgun. Sort of a surprise for my father-in-law when he gets this single six back. And then I've got a Ruger Wrangler. This one is in burnt bronze. They come in a few different colors, and some of them are special run colors. But these are Cerakoted, and I'm particular to the burnt bronze. I just think it looks cool. The other two that they were released in, from the beginning was more of a silver color and a black color. The burnt bronze, I think, just looks the coolest, right? So I said before that these follow sort of a similar purpose. That purpose would be, just a trail gun, a tackle box gun, something like that, But the cool thing that Ruger has done is has taken an awesome platform, single action 22 long rifle, and they have made it more affordable. So the Heritage Rough Riders were sort of the go-to for a long time for inexpensive single action 22 long rifles. And the Heritage Rough Riders were compared to the single six and the Colt single action Army. And they have a very, the very same manual of arms, I guess, in that you've got a safety notch, you've got your half cock, you've got your full cock, and then you release. And the way to load the firearm, you have to open this loading gate, you have to put it on half cock, and then your cylinder indexes, much like the classic Colt single actions. But ever since the 70s, Ruger has used what they call their new action. And if you were to buy a new single six today, it would be in this new action. And that action is what we've got here in the Ruger Wrangler. So there is no half cock. There is no safety cock. It's just all the way back. That's all you get. Now, if you sort of like force what could be about the half cock, you can still hear that index just a little bit. Let's see if I can. There we go. It's just right before that half cock. You can still do that and it will index, but there's no way to load it that way. This is made to just be opened and then your cylinder freewheels just like this, right? Now, just to get sort of a close-up on this action, I'm going to show this again. So in order to load this, you've got to bring it to half cock, open the loading gate, and then your cylinder will index. And you can only load it one direction. Since this has no transfer bar too, it's best if you're going to carry it to use what they call the cowboy load, where you load one, skip a chamber, load four more, cock your hammer, and then let it down on that empty chamber. So let's close that up. Now compare that to the Ruger Wrangler. You have to sort of freewheel it like this. Once it's open, it'll just start spinning either direction. And that's convenient too, you know. Another thing that this has is this transfer bar. That transfer bar makes this gun safe to load 6. So that little transfer bar there, I have the same transfer bar in my SP101. Ruger puts them in all their revolvers now. Now it does say that you can take your older single 6, send it into them, and they will upgrade the action to the new action. But I mean, this is the way my wife's grandfather had the gun set up. Nothing's ever going to be changed with this gun other than having that rear sight replaced. So what else is the difference between the two? Well, we have a different size barrel, with the single 6 being about an inch or so longer than the Wrangler, maybe just a little under an inch. And then you've got a fluted cylinder on the single 6, where you do not have a fluted cylinder on the Wrangler. The grip panels are interchangeable on both of them, and anything, you know, aftermarket wise that will fit the single 6 will fit the Wrangler. As far as accessories are concerned, they share the same holsters. I mean, it shouldn't come as a surprise, but this holster, just any single action 22 near about will fit. There we go. So what I have not done is tested the single 6's accuracy versus the Ruger Wrangler, especially since we now have a rear sight for that single 6. If I were to test it before, it wouldn't be a true test because we're missing that rear sight, and it's hard to aim if you only have that front blade. So what we're going to do now is drive over to our range, put a few shots on paper, and see which one is more accurate than the other. So now we're going to load these up. I mentioned earlier that this single 6 requires like a cowboy load if you're going to carry it. We're not going to carry it. I'm going to load it and immediately shoot it. So I am going to load all 6 chambers and use that safety notch. And then again, this one, of course, it's super fine to just use it the way it is. So I'm going to grab some ammo. This is Federal Auto Match. I've got it in a CCI box because the CCI boxes are just easier to take out and not worry about those big bulk boxes, you know. Also, being left-handed, loading a single action handgun kind of goes against what I'm used to. I shoot right-handed with pistols, and I shoot left-handed with shotguns and some open sights rifles. Try to build up my ambidexterity. We'll leave that open for now. And again, like I said, I'm gonna load all 6 chambers here. I need 2 more. So load 1. Normally you would load 1, skip that one, and then load 4 more. We're going to load them all. And I've got a couple targets set up. We're going to shoot them from about, I don't know, we'll see, about 5-6 yards away. Just start, just to see sort of kind of accuracy you can get at snake shooting distance. We're all loaded up. It still remains indexing just like this till we pull the trigger all the way back. Then we're going to let it go right there at that little safety notch. See that? Okay, let's take some shots. Okay, we're going to start with the Ruger Wrangler. Like I said, this is about, I would guess, 5-ish yards away. We're going to shoot the target on the right with the Wrangler, target on the left with the single 6, and we'll see what happens. Wow. That's not great. Those went all over the place. Huh. Now it could just be my aim. Could be that this gun doesn't like auto match. But that's not good. All right. Now our single six. Much, much better. Wow. So it's a little high and a little to the left, which, I mean, that's not too bad. I was not holding 6 o'clock the way that I know the manual for the Wrangler said you're supposed to do. So we'll go again. But wow, I am very impressed with the accuracy of this, and not at all impressed with the Wrangler. Let's take 6 more shots. We're gonna move to the middle targets now. All right, same as before, we'll start with the Wrangler, and we'll go for the target above the one that we just shot. This time I am gonna hold a true 6 o'clock hold on both of these handguns, and we'll see, but that Wrangler was kind of just shooting all over the place. Let's try it. Whoo, okay. Again, shooting low and left. Guys, there's no denying, hold on. Guys, there's no denying which one of these revolvers I shoot better. It's this. Now, could that be because the barrel's just a little bit longer? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think this, the single six really likes this auto match, and that Wrangler just absolutely does not. Wow, that is, it's wild, you know? This, this again, made in '59. And then you've got a brand new one, and they're shooting a world of difference. We're gonna do it one more time, go up to that top target. I'm gonna swap out the ammo this time. I'm gonna put some, I'm gonna put some CCI Stingers in each of these and see if we can, you know, close that group up some with the Wrangler. So let's try it with some Stingers. Now, freeze frame for just a second. I did not press record on the other camera during these shots, so all you've got is the target. So it is what it is. Okay, since I don't have quite as many Stingers as I do the auto match, I did do cowboy loadings for both of these. So I loaded one, skipped one, and loaded 4. So I'm only gonna shoot 5 rounds out of each revolver this time. Again, starting with the Wrangler. Again, shot low. And that was with the 6 o'clock hold, low and left. And you know, it may be, I've just got to still learn where this gun hits in order to compensate for that. But this guy here seems to be right on. So let's see. again, it's like night and day. This guy right here is a tack driver. The Wrangler, I mean, once I learn where it hits, it may be a tack driver, but this right here, it seems to be right on. So that was the single 6 and the Wrangler. Which one's better for you? Let me know in the comments. I know if you're on a budget, the Wrangler is going to be the way to go. There's also the Super Wrangler now, and there is a Super single 6 as well. The difference being there that you have an adjustable rear sight and you have a swappable cylinder. So you can pop this cylinder out, and I didn't go over that in the intro, but I mean, it pops out. You open the gate, press this pin, pull up, pops right out, and it goes right back in. But you get a 22 Magnum cylinder. The top strap of our frame here is just a little bit thicker, and you get that adjustable sight. And you also have different barrel lengths now for the Wrangler and Super Wrangler. For this specific model, this one came out before they made the 22 Magnum cylinders that you could drop in. This one, as far as I know, yeah, you can't put a 22 mag cylinder in this one. It's just not going to work. But which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the classic? I mean, I do. Or do you prefer the modern? Now, of course, the modern may not be the same heirloom gun that this one is, right? This gun will be passed down, you know, generations to come. Whereas this one, who knows? Who knows if it will stand the test of time? These have only been out for a few years. So, I mean, I don't know that we have that sort of time-proven consistency with the Wrangler, even though, I mean, it does have the cold hammer forged barrel. I'm sure it'll last a long, long, long time. But will it look as cool, you know, 50, 60 years down the road as this one does now, right? I submit it will not. But thank you guys for stopping by. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Every new subscriber helps get this channel out to more eyes. It also helps the algorithm know that, you know, other folks who may be interested in this type of content, it gets this video in front of more people, the more subscribers I have. Also, comment below if there are any types of videos or anything you would like to see based on the videos that are already on my channel, as far as, you know, firearms related, outdoors related, hunting related, or cooking. Thank you guys for stopping by.